and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Palliative care is an area of healthcare which support, prevent the suffering of patient. Means it doesn't cure the ailment, but it just prevent the suffering, the pain, the psychological impact on the individual as well as the family. My boss has started a palliative care institution in India named Alpha Palliative Care in 2005. I asked him why he had started it. He said that one time his friend approached him and asked him to accompany him to visit a relative in Sharjah government hospital. A terminal case with just few days to live. So they visited the patient, and he could not imagine, the pain, the agony that the patient is suffering. He cannot move. And the family is just there, just watching. Came into his mind, he said, how can I help this man? But just for the few days that is left for him. So he approached the doctors and said, can you do something with this patient? I want him to be happy for just a few days so that he can enjoy still the life with his family. And of course, with financial help, the doctor did everything to make the last few days of this man enjoyable. Imagine that. So the person was able to walk with aid, of course, and he was able to talk to his family for the next 3 days. And after that, he expired. But he has seen in the face of this person the happiness, being able to share, to talk to his family, without the pain and suffering, without knowing that he will be dying anytime. That is palliative care. This person has been supporting this organization for the last 8 years, and the biggest organization in India. I have experienced this thing when one time there was a case of a Filipino here in the UAE who was suffering also with a terminal case, cancer. He was approached by an individual, a doctor who was taking care of this patient in the MMC hospital, and tried to help this man because he will have to be, there will be an operation for him. And he sent me a letter. He was in India, and the letter runs this way. Dear Romeo, hope you are fine. I would like you to phone Mrs. Anjali, wife of a cancer patient, who could be reached on this mobile number. The patient reportedly needs urgent surgery, presumably in the Philippines. Please check the cost. What amount of money is required to carry out the surgery? Please do not mention my name. So, I immediately tried to contact the wife of the cancer patient. And fortunately, I was able to reach her. I told her I want to visit your family. I want to help. So she said, yes, you can come at Al-Baraha Hospital at 8 o'clock in the evening. So I immediately scheduled myself and went to Al-Baraha. Maybe you are aware of this hospital. It's a government hospital. it was in the first floor. So I was able to find the room where this patient was being treated. And when I entered, I've seen, the person lying in the bed with all the families surrounding around, children, wife, and all other relatives. I could see the pain on his eyes. He was a 51 years old guy. I've worked in Dubai for the last 15 years. He is diagnosed with a lung cancer, but it's already on 4th stage. It's a terminal case. So I asked for the lady. I asked one person, can I speak to Mrs. Angela? And she came out. And he said, yes, I am Mrs. Angela. What can I do for you? Well, I am Romeo, the one who called you, and I want to offer an service. Then he says, okay, can we go out? And we went to the reception along with 2 other relatives, the brother and another relative. And I told her that we want to help you because we know that you need surgery to be able to extend the life of your husband. He was so happy to hear that. And one thing first he asked me, what nationality does he? I told him he's from India. He was more, happy that knowing that other people, not from his country, but from another country, so willing to help. This person had been employed as an engineer in a company, and maybe due to smoking, he has a lung cancer. And has been treated for quite some time. And the insurance that was covered by him could not be able to afford more the expenses in a private hospital. So that's why he was transferred to Alvarado. So then I told her that this is the case, that we want to help your husband make the operation in the Philippines so that you can take care of him instead of doing it here. This leg has to be amputated because it's the only way, because the cancer is already spreading to all this organ. It's the only way it has to be stopped. And you are aware of all these things. You have to cut these cuts. What will happen after some time? So anyway, I told her that the person who is willing to help you will take care of all your expenses. You don't have to worry. He cried, and then said to me, I was also crying at that time. And really, I was emotional also. And she started crying and saying that, oh, thank you very much for your gesture. I don't know how to thank you for all these things. But I told him, no, it's something, maybe you can say it's a gift from God for you to help your family. And you don't have to worry about these things. And she said, yes, thank you very much for the help. And I don't know how to thank your sponsor or your friend. I don't know him. Can I know his name? I said, no. He doesn't want to tell you. Whatever you need, I will be the one who will be transmitting it. Okay. And after that, she said, okay, thank you very much. And I will just let you know what will happen because we don't know what the doctor will tell us. Whether he'll be allowed to go back to the Philippines or not. We don't know his case. So anyway, thank you very much for your gesture. I will let you know. I went out of the hospital, went home, and was waiting for the phone to come, to the wife to phone me, but I did not receive the phone. After some time, I called the hospital and asked what happened to the person. It says he expired after a few days. The thing is that For us, we normally happy or help people want to be cured. But in palliative care, it's a different. We don't cure the person, but we alleviate the suffering. It is more I feel that comfortable to be in that. Overview.